Shift colors underway from Mira Mesa High School. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg, GK Porter for George Landerman Video Sports Productions. This is the Presidio Cup out of the AA-C division. In the girls under 13 bracket, it's the San Diego United FC versus Vista Storm. Let's get the lineup first for the San Diego United FC out of primarily the Claremont area. And the keeper will be Megan Winky. Megan Winky. And number 2 at left mid will be Danica Voigt. Number 3 at outside back will be Jacqueline J.J. Hunyar. Number 4 at right mid will be Rebecca Villarreal. Number 5 at sweeper or forward is Samar Rotesoak. Number 6 at outside mid or backer is Amber Dean. Number 7 at sweeper is Chandler Hayes. Number 9 at center mid is Bailey Jackson. Number 10 at center mid or forward is Mariah Voigt. Number 11 at right mid is Haley Bell. Number 12 at left mid is Madison Rockwell. Number 13 at forward is Megan Elder. Number 14 at outside defender is Carleen Nicholas. Number 15 at forward is Hannah Nivelle. Number 16 at sweeper or center mid is Kate McKee. And that's the lineup for San Diego United FC. The manager is Linda Voigt, and they are head coached by Jamie Cargnoni. Let's get the lineup for the Vista Storm. They are head coached by Michael Stewart. And the team manager is Robin Batorik. And the keeper is Brianna Schaff-Batorik. And Hannah Sander is number 2. Number 3 is Sadie Haynes. Number 4 is Emily Cameron. As you see, as we pause for a moment, as the Vista Storm is going from right to left on your picture, left to right is San Diego United FC. Number 5 is Lindsay McPhillips. Number 7 is Amber Molarski. Number 8 is Angelica Lopez. Number 9 is Adriana McKee. Number 10 is Erica Herlocker. Number 11 is Julia Shaw. Number 12 is Shannon Wright. Number 16 is Savannah Gu-Roulet. And number 17 is McKenna Barber. Number 19 is Kiana Williams. That ball goes past the goal line. And you see picking up there is Megan Winky. And Megan is going to give it to Chandler Hayes, or sweeper, for the San Diego United FC, just the starting of the match. Playing on a big field here at Mira Mesa High School. And that ball in the central now. And a dangerous kick that time. Vista Storm can't have it up that high when you're trying to go after that soccer ball. And that ball in the center circle now. You have to kind of tell yourself to forget about the those football lines there, the 10-yard markers, 5 and 10-yard markers. And that ball now in a defensive half for the Vista Storm now. Retreating back as they have to try and get to it, and staying on it, though, in the corner, and it turns out to be a shot. That time by Hannah Nebel. So Hannah Nebel taking a shot, and the keeper, Batorik, able to make the save. And Vista now on a soccer ball with Kiana Williams. Williams on a run. Williams in a defensive third. Williams service towards the box, but no problem for Megan Winky coming off her line and able to make the save. And this ball driven down the central. The championship game at a Presidio Cup AA-C in the girls under 13 category. That ball out to the wide side. As you notice, the sidelines are not, and a nice save that time by Batorik for the Vista Storm, Brianna Schaff, Bitoric making a nice save coming off her line. As I was about to say, the out-of-bounds lines are not the lines that are the lines, the touch lines in this soccer match. They are the ones that are the darker color. Tough to pick up on the other side of the field, but you can easily see them on this side of the field. Down the central now, Kiana Williams trying to get to it. Touched there by Rotsok. And now it comes on over to Sadie Haynes. Sadie Haynes on a soccer ball. Sadie Haynes on a run on the near side, but retreating back, protecting into space was Carly Nicholas. And it's going to be an offsides call. Offsides for San Diego United FC. And it'll be a free kick for the Vista Storm. 0-0 the score here in the opening minutes of the match in the girls under 13 category. Taking the free kick is going to be Savannah Gurule. Savannah Gurule driving it all the way into the defensive third. And that ball pushed out of play now on the near side by San Diego United FC out of the primarily the Claremont area. Of course, Vista Storm from the North County and Vista area. And that ball pushed towards the keeper, and Megan Winky has her sweeper come over there and handle it. On the near side, still on that soccer ball, San Diego United FC, Haley Bell on the near side, but dispossessed the Vista Storm, but now they have it, and they send it, and it is still in play now, out of play, as chasing it down is Savannah Gurule, throwing it in. Gurule driving it to the center circle, and Kiana Williams trying to get to it. Could not, as it was intercepted and sent to the wide side now, and Sadie Haynes on a run. Sadie Haynes on a run on the far side, pushing it on a long ball to her teammate, but had too much pace on it that time, and Megan Winky has it. And Megan driving it down to central, looking for somebody to run onto it for the All Black. And it runs out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in now. Lindsay McPhillips throwing it in. McPhillips looking for Sadie Haynes. Now McPhillips now a touch, and that touch goes awry for her. And so it's a throw-in for SD United FC. And now that ball goes back to their own half of the field. However, for SD United FC, and back again as they just driven back, and it drives them back again, and that's Sadie Haynes. And she's not going to have anybody to be able to run onto it. And so it is now going to be a goal kick. And so the goal kick now for SD United FC. Trying to get somebody to maintain possession of it, but cannot. That time trying to get to it was Haley Bell. And Haley had it bounce off her body and out of play at a near side touchline. So now Lindsay McPhillips will throw it in. Lindsay going to try to get somebody to run onto it. Cannot, as it's knocked out of play. But they do get to throw it in again off of SD United FC. However, in the corner now, Sadie Haynes trying to make a move, but they stand tall in the space. However, running onto it in a strike by McPhillips in the central, couldn't go anywhere there, and it goes out of play on the near side touchline. Throw in for SD United FC in their own defensive third. Trying to get somebody to possess it in the space. The touch is there by the Vista Storm, winning it. And across midfield. And running onto it now is Mariah Voigt. Mariah Voigt on a run on the near side. Voigt, and tried to get somebody to run onto it toward the near post, but just could not, as it had too much pace on it, and it will be a goal kick for the Vista Storm. So Voigt, a nice run, but nobody to be able to connect on that run. And that ball is pushed up to Sadie Haynes. Excuse me, and down to Central, and no problem there for Brianna Schaff-Batorik. And Brianna driving it to midfield, and it goes out of play. And it's going to be a Adriana McKee throw in, a far side touchline. 0-0 your score. SD United FC against Vista Storm here in the Presidio Cup Championship match. Vista Storm pushing it all the way down on the wide of the picture. Here's a service toward the 18-yard box. And no problem coming off her line is Megan Winky. And Winky has it. Tough to see the 18-yard box on your picture. Megan Winky was over there in that area, able to get the soccer ball with her hands. And if she was out of the 18-yard box, as you know, she would not have been able to touch it with her hands. Lindsay McPhillips running it down and will throw it in on the near side touchline with her team trying to put something on the board in a 0-0 match. Into space there, touched by Haley Bell. But it's won by the Vista Storm, McKenna Barber and company. And now to run on the far side, Malarski. Amber Malarski trying to continue on, but dispossessed by Amber Dean. And the two Ambers trying to see what they can do with that soccer ball. And Dean decided to route that ball past the goal line. And so Malarski and company will have the opportunity here in a set piece. And a bending ball by Amber Malarski. And now trying to get it there to 6-yard box. And they weren't able to possess it that time. They ran off the good touch of it, and it goes past the goal line. And out the corner of the 6-yard box is always the goal kick for SD United FC. 0-0 match here in the first half. Coming after it is Mariah Voigt. And then to the far side, still on it, is SD United FC. And retreating back there is Gurulay. Savannah Gurulay pushing it up forward toward the midfield. And it is knocked out that time by Bailey Jackson. Her midfield action. So the Vista Storm from the far side, the visitors from the North County, will throw it in. But first they're going to do a substitution. And it is Shannon Wright. So Shannon Wright, number 12, into the contest for the Storm. And now the Storm, toward the attacking third, they're trying to go, but dispossessed that time. And now the pass to Neville. And then Haley Bell now. Knocked out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in to Vista Storm. Lindsay McPhillips will throw it in. McPhillips looking for somebody on the near side. Could not find him. And so as they had a collision there, a touch by Emily Cameron. And that ball down to Central, and retreating back is Savannah Gurulay. Gurulay able to get past the striker there. Nice move. And then Gurulay trying to get that ball to a teammate, but dispossessed. And now retreating back is Lindsay McPhillips. McPhillips on a soccer ball. McPhillips able to get it away from Neville. And there was a strike there by Kate McKee. And now in the space, running onto it is Bailey Jackson. It goes out to the wide, and it is going to be an offsides call. So offsides for San Diego United FC. And it'll be a free kick. 0-0 is the score in this Presidio Cup Championship match for your George Landerman Video Sports Productions. Happy to be with you as this match still knotted up here in the first half. Again, I'm Greg G.K. Porter. Going to take this one, Brianna Schaff-Batorik, and give it a ride from that 6-yard box. The ball with the geometric designs, the one of the world's most famous sport, football in most countries. Saved by Batorik on the shot. And Brianna Schaff-Batorik down a central, but winning it there again, Kate McKee. And McKee providing some problems here in the first half. No problem that time for Brianna. The keeper pushing it upfield, getting it out of her defensive third. However, won by Amber Dean. Amber Dean now, and there's a foul, and that's going to go against the Vista Storm. So a free kick, says the center ref, for SD United FC. Chandler Hayes is going to take it, the sweeper. And then she'll retreat back. Try to drive it toward that 18-yard box, and it's now in the box. Going to take a shot, and Brianna Schaff-Batorik able to make the save as she goes down to one knee. There's Sadie Haynes. And that ball on the near side is driven out of play by the San Diego United FC. So Lindsay McPhillips will throw it in from her own defensive third up to midfield now. And a strike looking that time for Neville, and she didn't get to it, Hannah. And it's driven out of play. Near side touchline, Emily Cameron throwing it in. Emily, a strike into space, and now she gets a teammate as they try and get that ball over to Sadie Haynes. And that ball goes out of play as Sadie not going to be able to do anything with it on the near side as they had players and almost a triangle effect to try to do something with it, but it is not going to work in that last sequence here. Knocked out out of their own defensive third, SD United FC. Throw in Lindsay McPhillips into that defensive third. It goes. SD United FC going to drive it out of there. But they don't get a coordinated passing attack to push it upfield. So they'll give it away to Lindsay McPhillips. McPhillips will try it again on the near side touchline. Into the space. Where's Haynes? Haynes trying to get a second touch. Didn't get one. Pushes it all the way up the field. Defender for SD United FC. So Lindsay McPhillips throws it in again. To Emily Cameron. Now down to central. Shannon Wright. And trying to get another touch onto it. And was trying to run onto it, McKenna Barber. And now here's McKenna Barber getting it and shooting it toward the outside far post. And her runner there fell over the keeper, Megan Winky, on her attempt to try to score. But still trying to put the pressure on here. And now SD United FC finally winning the soccer ball and pushing it all the way down to the keeper, Batorik, for the Storm. And she has plenty of time. Pushes it upfield. And that's going to go down as a handball on Sadie Haynes. And it's going to now be a throw-in. Throw-in for SD United FC in a 0-0 match. Here in the championship one for the Presidio Cup 08. SD United FC and the Vista Storm working their way all the way to the final. Into the central now on a bounce. Off the carom, and a strike there by Bailey Jackson. And looking out to the wide for her teammate, Amber Dean, to run onto it. That didn't happen. And it's intercepted in the Vista Storm now. On the move in the attacking third. A shot and a miss of a try that time on a back post. Trying to, I believe that was Sadie Haynes on the run. And Sadie Haynes might be hurt right now. No, that was not Sadie Haynes. We'll have to find out who that was if we possibly can because Sadie Haynes is coming off on a substitution. And at any rate, now they're going to be a timeout here on the field. Well, they don't stop the time, but basically a player coming off. Tough to see who that was, actually. And it was Angelica Lopez, I'm told. So Angelica Lopez on that run got hurt and had to come out. Hopefully she'll be okay and be able to retreat, get back into the contest later on. Ball goes out of play on the near side touchline. Lindsay McPhillips will grab it and undoubtedly throw it in, as she has been doing primarily in this contest. And Lindsay McPhillips' pass is intercepted. She'll have to retreat back, gather it up, and trying to get it to her teammate. Almost intercepted that time by Mariah Voigt. And Voigt is still in the area trying to cause havoc. And now a player pushing up from the back, Bailey Jackson, and it's going to be a foul. So a foul on Bailey Jackson, and the Vista Storm now have a free kick. Savannah Gurule will take it. And Gurule down to Central. And an intercept there momentarily by Sadie Haynes. It goes out of play. Hopefully we see Angelica Lopez come back into the contest before it's all said and done. And it's girls under 13 match. The championship one as Sadie Haynes, a strike on the diagonal pass out towards Shannon Wright. And it now is touched by Erica Herlocker. Kiana Williams now. Kiana Williams trying to continue on. Can't do it. Intercepted. Shannon Wright goes after it. Goes out of play. And the Vista Storm will have a throw in. You just barely see that line over there on the far side. Obviously, a soccer field by regulation is wider than a football field. And that ball now on the near side, running after it. A little push there by Haley Bell. And she gets it to her teammate in the central. And they try and Bailey Jackson and company try and push forward, but could not. Dispossessed and sent back the other way. And now here's Sadie Haynes. Sadie Haynes showing her speed. And coming off her line is Megan Winky. So Megan Winky coming off her line in a big way to make the save. And push it upfield. It went by Haley Bell. And now it's over to Mariah Voigt. And Mariah Voigt on her run is dispossessed. And coming back the other way is it Gurule. And her pass intercepted. And on the near side, shot all the way down and past the defensive third. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Vista Storm. Lindsay McPhillips will throw it in again. McPhillips throws it in. It was knocked out by the San Diego United FC on an opportunity to go forward with that soccer ball. So they'll get a little bit of real estate and get towards midfield and throw it in. Vista Storm now with McKenna Barber to Kiana Williams. Williams wants to switch it to the far side to Adriana McKee. And they have numbers over there on the far side with Shannon Wright. And now down to Central. Voigt trying to run after it along with her teammate, and that's McKee. And it couldn't quite get to it as retreating back nicely that time is Gurule. Savannah doing a nice job of protecting in her own half of the field. And both teams playing the long ball now as Herlocker trying to make a run from the outside. And intercepted, and now it's on to Kiana Williams. Williams now trying to get around a player into space and does out to the outside to Herlocker. But she's dispossessed that time by Jacqueline Hunyar. And so Jacqueline Hunyar on the intercept, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Vista Storm. Hunyar protecting in the space for SD United FC. And Hunyar there again trying to mark onto Herlocker. And that ball knocked off of Herlocker, and it's going to be a goal kick as Erica couldn't handle that soccer ball. Substitutions for SD United FC. As you see there, Madison Rockwell comes into the contest, number 12. And there may be more substitutions forthcoming. The goal kick for SD United FC in a 0-0 match here at Mira Mesa High School in a Presidio Cup Championship for 2008. And a strike quickly there by number 9, Bailey Jackson. And now in the central, off of Kiana Williams. Touchdown by McKenna Barber. And now it's Jackson again. Jackson on the soccer ball. Jackson trying to look for her teammate Voigt. And Voigt coming into the space, trying to put some pressure on Guru Relay. And Guru Relay finds it, pushes it upfield. And now running onto it is Haley Bell. And that ball pushed to the defensive third for the Storm as they try and find a way to push it upfield. Knocked off of Voigt. Actually was knocked off of the foot of Haynes. So Sadie Haynes giving away to SD United FC. And this is Carly Nicholas. However, there'll be substitutions. And we'll mention any of the substitutions always. If we miss the substitution, we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball. And now on a strike by Carly Nicholas into the defensive third, and coming over there in the 18-yard box off her line was Brianna Schaff-Batorik. And getting it upfield. It's going to now be, as was knocked out by SD United FC, Lindsay McPhillips throwing it in from the near side touchline in midfield. And trying to get it over to Haynes. It didn't wind up there off the foot of Cameron now here. Bailey Jackson retreats into space, but nobody there. Going to give way now, and they got to retreat in their defensive third to try to defend here. As coming over, Lindsay McPhillips will throw it in. Substitutions, though, in the match. Now coming in for SD United FC, Rebecca Villarreal. And that ball thrown in now on a touch by Cameron. Trying to get it to Sadie Haynes. She couldn't get it. And here's Bailey Jackson winning it and pushing it up the field with a lot of time and space on a long ball, but an offsides call on the run. So the offsides trap being put on by the Vista Storm. And they get San Diego United FC not able to go with a big play downfield. And it'll be a free kick. Free kick in their own half of the field of Vista Storm. Savannah Gurule. Take it. Gurule trying to get one of her teammates to run onto it. Doesn't happen. SD United FC out of 50-50 ball. Bailey Jackson into space. Getting it to a teammate, but dispossessed now by Lindsay McPhillips. And her pass intercepted, and Gurule. And here's Mariah Voigt. Voigt went into soccer ball. Mariah Voigt service into the box and off of Batorik to the top of the 18-yard box. And trying to make a big play there at the top of the box, but they couldn't win it. However, they're still in the defensive third of the Vista Storm, but giving it away that time was Kate McKee. However, they're still in the defensive half, and it's still on a soccer ball, and Karams off the foot of Julia Shaw. And now it is central with Bailey Jackson and company trying to secure the soccer ball. Retreating back now is Chandler Haynes, and Haynes drives it out of play as she felt that I don't have anybody to pass it to, and pushed to the other side of the field. And now it'll be a throw-in. SD United FC has Danica Voigt into the contest, number 2. As The Vista Storm getting it into the field of action. And SD United FC knocking it out. Or actually, was it them knocking it out? As Rebecca Villarreal, yeah, she knocked it out. So Vista Storm throwing it in. On the far side, Julia Shaw trying to make a move. It goes over to Bailey Jackson, who tries to send it on a long ball, but it was intercepted by GU13. And they get going toward that attacking third, but they don't have the soccer ball now, but they win it into space. As Savannah GU13 on a run, down to central, over to Kiana Williams. Williams now trying to win it and loses a shoe, and that ball goes back just outside the 18-yard box on the run by Sadie Haynes, and it goes past the goal line. And the player that lost their shoe, I think it was Kiana Williams, and put that shoe back on now. 0-0 to score in the first half of this Presidio Cup Championship here at Mira Mesa High School. Greg G.K. Porter with you for Georgia Atlanta Video Sports Productions. Happy to be here for the championship. In 2:08, Danica Voigt, a touch there. And out on the central, trying to get to it with Sadie Haynes. She didn't. The 50-50 ball sent back toward the defensive half of the Storm. Storm still trying to do something with it. They can, as Voigt won it, but lost it. And now on to it is Hannah Sander, one of the substitutions. And Jackson down to central. Now a touch by Emily Cameron. Cameron to midfield. And McPhillips a strike toward midfield, intercepted. Out of play on the near side. We'll see. It's probably going to be McPhillips throwing it in, as is usual. Lindsay down the near side looking for Haynes. Haynes was kind of pinched into space. Could not get around the defender. So it's going to be a throw-in from their own defensive half to San Diego United FC. And a Vista Storm, 0-0. Your score. From their own defensive third, Haynes tried for it, didn't get it. And at midfield, and now GU13 has it. GU13 pushing it forward for somebody to run onto it. Herlocker was there. Didn't get to it. The throw-in by SC United FC. And at midfield, and Kiana Williams the closest to it. Going to go out to the wide to Malarski. Amber Malarski now keeps it in and gives it away. But has a player to protect in the space and win it. Over to Williams, and now a strike in the box. And they still try to get to it, and it is still in the box with Kiana Williams. Williams putting pressure. Kiana Williams, and they have to protect themselves that time, SD United FC, and then get it past their own goal line and protect as far as Williams. Another opportunity which would have provided a chance to take the lead in this game. They nearly had that opportunity with Williams. But they stand tall in the space, does the SD United FC, in making sure that Williams could not get a good shot toward that near post. And so now the Vista Storm will have a corner kick, a set piece try here. Will they get it in the central? Will it be a short pass? We'll see. Looks like it's going to be a pass, shot towards the central, and it was not accurate enough. Well, actually, it's going to be another try again because it was knocked out by SC United FC. You see Amber Malarski going to try it again. Amber Malarski now driving it off the bending ball outswinger. And it's a touch there by Julia Shaw. And again, they try to push it through a maze of defenders, but they cannot do it. However, they win it, and it caroms over to Sadie Haynes, and she couldn't quite go any further in that 18-yard box. And now on the near side, trying to run it down is the Vista Storm, and that time with Emily Cameron, she knocked it out, and they throw it in, and it gets by Cameron, and now down to central as the red and black have to retreat back, and trying to get to it to the far side is Adriana McKee, Adriana McKee has it. McKee pushed it past the center ref. And SD United FC with plenty of time. However, they're going to give it away to Sadie Haynes. Haynes staying after it. Sadie Haynes down to central. And that ball was on the back foot of her teammate Kiana Williams. And they had a pretty nice try of a play there. But since they couldn't get it coordinated correctly, they just gave up a big try. And the long ball here, no problem for Batorik. And Batorik pushing it towards midfield on a couple of bounces. But Voigt now has it and cannot control it. And on the near side of Vista Storm will throw it in. Lindsay McPhillips. McPhillips out of her own defensive third to midfield now. And that ball over to McPhillips, but didn't get to it. Now Danica Voigt. Strike of it, trying to go forward and get a run going, and she couldn't keep it in the field of play. So it's a throw in. And there's going to be substitutions prior to that throw in. They'll have to do it again. Will the Vista Storm, McKenna Barber coming into the contest. Erica Herlocker coming out, going to get a rest. As Coach Michael Stewart trying to keep fresh players into the contest. We wind our way towards halftime. Sadie Haynes off the diagonal pass. And now it comes over to Bailey Jackson. Jackson on a long ball, trying to get somebody to run onto it. Retreating back is Adriana McKee. McKee getting it to Julia Shaw. Shaw has a teammate there now. And in the next strike there by Shaw is intercepted. However, they win it back and try to go down to central. And they do have it. McKenna Barber with it. Barber now. Barber on her run to the near side. Barber runs out of real estate. And it's going to be a throw in for SD United FC. SD United FC now throws it in out of their defensive third. Over to Bailey Jackson in the central. But Jackson loses it. Now here is Barber. And that is the end of the first half, the double whistle. And it's going to end up 0-0 in the first half of action here at Mira Mesa High School in a Presidio Cup Championship match between the Vista Storm and the San Diego United FC. And stick with us. You'll see what the coaches are saying to their players at halftime, and then we'll be right back with the second half of the championship match. Action set to get underway between the Vista Storm and the San Diego United FC. San Diego United FC is going from right to left in the second half, and the Vista Storm is going from left to right in a 0-0 match in the Presidio Cup Championship for 2008. And going back to try to get that soccer ball is Lindsay McPhillips, and it goes out of play. She's been doing a lot of the throw-ins for the Vista Storm. SD United FC now is going to be throwing it in, though. You get a good look there at Camino Ruiz, the street adorning Mira Mesa High School, and that's an illegal throw-in. And Vista Storm now will have to throw it in with Lindsay McPhillips, and that ball being brought down, but Lindsay striking it well to midfield, and retreating back is Chandler Hayes to get it, and she gets it over to Haley Bell on the far side as they try to push up. Retreating back for the Vista Storm, Hannah Sander, and company into space is Emily Cameron. And that ball down to central now. SD United FC trying to do something with it. Hannah Neville. And now they have another player as they are getting the touches here in the second half to start off the first few minutes of it. And they still have it in the defensive half of the Vista Storm now as they finally push it upfield and midfield. and it goes out of play. That was a nice little run that time, and they had to get it out of their own half of the field here as they playing in their own half of the field here in the opening moments of the second half. Still a 0-0 match. That last run for the Vista Storm was by Amber Malarski. And now coming down to Central, Bailey Jackson, but they dispossess her that time. And on it now is Julia Shaw. Shaw getting it to Kiana Williams, but coming into the space is Chandler Hayes, pushing it out to the wide, and now running onto it is Carly Nicholas. Nicholas on the wide, and her run, it goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. Throw-in. Lindsay McPhillips. McPhillips doing the throw-in duties. And in the space, Bailey Jackson. It went off the foot of Hannah Sander. And then now Lindsay McPhillips will throw it in as the Vista Storm will have another chance to get it to midfield and try to get it in the defensive half of SD United FC in a 0-0 match here at midfield. Bailey Jackson can't get to it, and it is now at midfield. The Vista Storm have it as they continue to try to push up. Amber Malarski on the near side. Malarski trying to get to it, and J.J. Hunyar keeping it away, and J.J. Hunyar retreating back and driving that ball out of play on the near side touchline. A throw-in, Julia Shaw. Shaw now, and that ball is knocked out. And Julia Shaw will throw it in again. Shaw has it, a strike into the 18-yard box, but no problem that time, and they were able to push it out. SD United FC, and now here's another one by Hannah Sander, and coming off her line is Megan Winky, and Winky able to make the save. Winky going to the right side and then deciding not to do it and go to the central with the soccer ball. And now it is won and pushed down into the defensive third of SD United FC in a 0-0 match. The Presidio Cup 2008 championship for the girls under 13 in the AAC category. And it is now going to be a throw-in the defensive third. Kate McKee will throw it in for SD United FC. On the near side, they get a strike, but it's knocked out by the Storm. And now out of their defensive third they'll go with Kate McKee trying to get it to midfield. Her teammate caroms off of Bailey Jackson. And in the central, they get it across midfield again. However, the Vista Storm quickly shoot it back toward the defensive third. Here's Kiana Williams on a run. Kiana Williams retreating and changing her direction, taking a shot. And Megan Winky's able to make the save on a low side. Nice run that time by Kiana Williams, changing her direction and then being able to get a shot on Megan Winky to keep her. And now retreating back is Adriana McKee and her teammate, Lindsay McPhillips. And Brianna Schaff-Batorik pushing that ball upfield. And it's one now. Mariah Voigt trying to get a teammate to run onto it, Lindsay McPhillips. And McPhillips has it as Hannah Neville was for SD United FC, was trying to make the big chance there and try to score. But they're able to route it around away from her, so now the throw in. Off of a bounce now. SD United FC and Hannah Neville redirecting the soccer ball, however, taken away by Bailey Jackson, but in the central, they push it down and push them back, and now here's a long ball. They are on sides. Kiana Williams! A goal! Kiana Williams beating the defender and able to strike the soccer ball in the back of the net, and it is 1-0. Beautiful play that time by the Storm. And they're able to get the long ball. Kiana Williams able to beat the defender on the play, and the keeper coming off her line, Megan Winky, and that ball was right by her in the back of the net. And it is 1-0, the Vista Storm lead here in a championship game. Amber Dean with it in the space and loses it out of play. And now if you're SD United FC, you know what you've got to do. You've got some work, because you've got to make sure that you get that tying goal. Otherwise, the championship will go to the Vista Storm. And now here's Kiana Williams again, and coming way off her line. No problem this time was Megan Winky. And she gets it to her teammate, Carly Nicholas, pushing it up the field, and that's Haley Bell pushing it even further. And retreating back is McPhillips. And McPhillips has the soccer ball and pushes it out of play. Couldn't quite get to, or rather that was Julia Shaw trying to get it to McPhillips, and it didn't quite arrive there to her. So Hannah Sander has it now, but it's intercepted. Carly Nicholas into space, sends a ball to the box, and a save is made as the striker was coming right at Brianna Schaaf-Batorik. And Brianna making the fine decision to make that save. Otherwise, it would have been an even ball game. And that soccer ball, the one with the geometric design, is now on the foot of Amber Dean, and an intercept, and Amber Dean creating a problem, trying to get it to Mariah Voigt. But here's Jackson taking a shot, and this one bends past the near post. Jackson coming down to central and decided to take that shot from about 30-some-odd yards out, and that went a little bit too far off to the left. Brianna Schaaf-Batorik pushing it upfield, and her teammate has it on that far side, on the left of her, and far side touchline. It goes out of play, and it is going to be a throw-in for SD United FC. Here's a service toward the 18-yard box. Sadie Haynes winning it over to Kiana Williams. Kiana Williams now on the run. Williams has the speed. Kiana Williams still having trouble as the defenders, and they try to get it away from her, and they push it out of play in their own defensive third. And Kiana Williams showing that speed and creating problems in that attacking third and 18-yard box. Williams now, they throw it into her, and she has it and tried to get it to a teammate, and that ball goes off the foot of Amber Dean, and it will be a throw-in. 1-0, the Vista Storm leading in this match, the championship one of the Presidio Cup 208. Into the 18-yard box, a 50-50 ball won by SD United FC, but they can't control it. They give it away to the Vista Storm. Now they'll have to play defense again in their own defensive third. The throw-in, Shannon Wright throwing it in and trying to get a teammate to run onto it, McKenna Barber. And now the Vista Storm have it at midfield, trying to get that long ball and retreating back as Kiana Williams trying to run onto it. And down to central, intercepted. Onto it now is Neville, and Hannah Neville getting it over to Mariah Voigt. Mariah Voigt now. Voigt, nobody there. Did not dribble that soccer ball and continue on with it and intercepting, but they still are pushing it forward and retreating back now and getting over there with a lot of speed. That time was Adriana McKee. McKee, a nice run and toward her own defensive third and protecting outside the 18-yard box. and able to make sure that the player was not able to turn that time. And it is going to be a corner kick, though, for SD United FC. Not much of a breeze. As you see, the flag is pretty limp there. And it's a bending ball into the box. And they knocked out. Beautiful play that time by Brianna Shapatoric, being able to make the save. She found that soccer ball amongst a maze of players there for SD United FC as they were trying to tie the game up. The Vista Storm now on their own defensive third. Kiana Williams now. She of the speed, but they pinch her in that time, and they take it away. In the middle of the field. Drawing it back to J.J. Hunyar. And it goes to the near side. There's a strike by Hannah Neville. Trying to get a player to run onto it. Vitoric comes over there and finds the soccer ball. As her defenders were coming over to try to help her. And Vitoric says, I can't take that chance. I got to get after that soccer ball, and she did. And Amber Dean with it now as they still continue to apply pressure. And no problem that time as nobody was going to be close running onto the soccer ball there. Plenty of time for Brianna Chef. Vitoric sitting it upfield. And it goes out of play. And it'll be a throw-in. Vista Storm protecting a 1-0 lead here in the championship match. Working our way halfway through the championship one for the Presidio Cup 208. Greg G.K. Porter, happy to be with you for George Langevin Video Sports Productions. And that ball at midfield and in our own defensive half now of the San Diego United FC. It's going to be a throw-in. Actually, there was a foul on the play, and McKenna Barber will take it. McKenna Barber for Vista, the North County visitors. And they send that ball toward the central. Intercepted. SD United FC, and here's Hannah Neville. And Hannah, a long ball, Mariah Voigt, but offsides called on the play. So Mariah Voigt was offsides, and it'll be a free kick. An opportunity avoided by the Vista Storm, and when you have disallowed opportunities like that, it's going to hurt you. If you're SD United FC, especially if you're down in the match 1-0, and they in their own defensive half trying to push it upfield, and now it is Shannon Wright. A touch toward the central, but winning it over there is Carly Nicholas for SD United FC. They push it out of their own half of the field on a run by Nicholas. Dispossessed that time by Hannah Sander. Sander pushes it forward. And now off the intercept to Karam over to Sander again. Sander on the far side of run, but getting back to it is Carly Nicholas and routing that ball out of play in the far side touchline. Nicholas just said, I got to get over there because Sanders is going with a head of steam, trying to get something going in the attacking third. A Vista Storm now is going to throw it in on that effort by Sander. And substitution for SD United FC as coming in now Rebecca Villarreal and Madison Rockwell. The throw in as they have it right outside the exterior of the box. Vista Storm now trying to go down to central. And they have a service just outside the box. Here is Sadie Haynes. Sadie Haynes a turn. Sadie Haynes accelerates. And a keeper, and it's over to the wide side. And they tried to do something in a back post, and Amber Malarski couldn't get to it. As they had Kiana Williams there. And she pushed that ball to the back post, but Malarski couldn't get to it. And up the field now in their counterattack. SD United FC in a central. And that ball struck by Vista Storm by Kiana Williams. And retreating back is SD United FC. And that's Chandler Hayes. She just turns and strikes that ball past the far side touchline. And so now it's going to be a throw-in, though, for Vista in the attacking third. 1-0. The score in the championship match here. As the goal by Kiana Williams here in the second half, standing up so far. Vista Storm throwing it in. A touch there by Kate McKee, but giving it upfield to Mariah Voigt, and she, amongst a maze of traffic, dispossessed, and it heads toward the defensive third. Vista Storm still on a soccer ball. However, now SD United FC win it and push it out of their own half of the field and across midfield as they continue to try to go on with it, but they could not. However, they win it back. Here's Rebecca Villarreal, and she shoots it all the way down. No problem for Brianna Schaff-Batorek. And she will take her time, go to the other side of the field, and drive it down for Vista, but an intercept now. And Batorek maybe will try it on this side as she comes way off her line, able to make that save. The top of the 18-yard box, intercepted again, and Vista knocks it out of play. And so SD United FC want to keep it in the defensive half of the Vista Storm as they retreat back now. And Madison Rockwell, and here's a strike by Kate McKee off of a bounce. Couldn't get Mariah Voigt to run onto it. She was at least 10 yards or so away from the soccer ball. And Batorek to the far side. Going to try to get it to Lindsay McPhillips. Phillips chasing it down, but did not win the soccer ball. And now it'll be a throw-in for SD United FC as Haley Bell chasing it down. Giving way to Carly Nicholas. And Carly from the wide side going to throw it in. Get it over to Jackson. And it winds up over to Kate McKee. But they cannot go any further as they stand tall. But here's a strike toward the box. And Batorek just lets that one go past the near post in the goal line. No problem, and it'll be a goal kick. 1-0. The Vista Storm lead in this match. Substitution for SD United FC as Danica Voigt comes into the contest. She's got to be the shortest young lady out there. And coming in now is Megan Elder. So Voigt and Elder in for SD United FC. And they push it up over to Mariah Voigt. And Voigt can't do anything with it. She's providing pressure, though, on Hannah Sander. Hannah wins the soccer ball, pushes it upfield. And she might have ran out of room on that far side touchline, and she did. And so now SD United FC is going to be able to throw it in the attacking third. They're going to look for somebody in that attacking third toward the box. And off of Megan Elder, it goes back to the wide, but it got a service now. But it is wide of the near post and a goal line. And it now will be a goal kick for a counterattack to ensue for the Vista Storm upfield. And a 1-0 match. Vista Storm leading here in the championship of the Presidio Cup 208. Down to Central, intercepted, and the ball is now to Megan Elder. And Elder didn't get much of a shot as Batorek comes off her line, makes the save, no problem. And going to her left. And now down to Central, she will strike the soccer ball off of Voigt. And they win it, and here's another shot right back at Batorek. And she has to kind of leap up a little bit to stop it. That shot by Hannah Neville. And now to the near side as Batorek gives way. Now for another offensive try for SD United FC. They need those here in the second half. They're down 1-0. Substitution on the far side as the head coach, Michael Stewart, want to get some fresh players into the contest. We mentioned those players as they touch that soccer ball in this match. After the throw-in. And on the near side, knocked out in the space by Julia Shaw. It's going to be a throw-in for SD United FC. Jacqueline Hunyard throwing it in. Intercepted, but it winds over to Kate McKee. She strikes it out towards Voigt. Down to Central now, and falling down there was Megan Elder, and it'd be pushed upfield, and it is pinched in back in toward the defensive third. Coming after it is Hannah Sander, and it goes out of play on the far side touchline. It'll be a throw-in, though, for SD United FC. They being behind 1-0 in this contest, SD United FC. And Mariah Voigt now try to win it. Couldn't do it in the space and sent upfield. Chandler Hayes will throw it in at around midfield. Trying to get somebody to possess it, control it, run onto it. And that ball is pushed toward the 18-yard box for a runner, but way too much pace on it. And no problem for Batorik. And she drives it out of play on the near side and puts both of her hands across her head saying, why did I do that? I have a couple players over there and I wanted to get it to them. But now I give way for them to try to attack again. And the All Black down by a goal in the space, though, won by the Vista Storm. And in the Central, though, won again. Carly Nicholas by SD United FC. Carly Nicholas has it. Passes it over Danica Voigt. And that ball in the center of the 18-yard box. And the Storm tighten up. However, another service into the box. And they just couldn't quite get Rebecca Villarreal to run onto it. And so it will be a goal kick. And obviously, Brianna Schaaf-Batorik wants to try and see if she can do better. And maybe by the fact that it's a goal kick, she might be able to do better that time with it being on the ground, but it wasn't much better. And again, they have to protect in their own 18-yard box and knock it out of play. Rebecca Villarreal will give way to her teammate Jacqueline Hunyard to throw it in. Looking for Villarreal in the space. She can't get it. It's a strike, though, by Madison Rockwell, and it goes past the goal line, and they'll give it away again. And if you're the head coach, Jamie Cardnoni, you're saying, please see if you can get some passing going here and get some shots on Batorik. We're running out of time. It is 1-0. The Vista Storm lead here in the second half. Jacqueline Hunyard getting it into Villarreal. But we have a foul. And a foul is going against the Vista Storm. Not too far away from the goal there. Right outside the 18-yard box. Vista Storm put up the wall here. Chandler Hayes is going to take it. Let's see which way she goes with it. Going to swing it right at the keeper, and a save by Batorik. Brianna Schaaf-Batorik protecting the near post. And that ball was directed right at her by Chandler Hayes, the sweeper. And obviously it's going to give up a corner kick. So Hayes was very accurate. And now is going to try it again on the set piece. Let's see what they do. SD United FC into the 6-yard box. They have a touch and can't get a strong enough touch. They do now over the top of the net. Oh, that time the Vista Storm avoiding a big opportunity to score. That ball was struck the second time over the top of the net. They had the right idea, did SD United FC, and now they are going to get some substitutions as Jamie Cardnoni, and they get some fresh players in. We mentioned them as they touch that soccer ball. Chandler Hayes, and it goes over. No problem for Brianna Schaaf-Batorik. And a Vista Storm who lead 1-0 here in the championship match. Amber Dean on the intercept. And retreating back is Sadie Haynes. It goes past the goal line. And I believe it was lastly touched off by the Vista Storm. So we're going to be talking about a corner kick here. Yes, we are. Chandler Hayes will try it again. And remember, just a few moments ago, she bent that ball inside a 6-yard box. They had a player that touched it but wasn't able to control it, and then it wound over to a player who could, and she drove it, but drove it over the top of the net. Had the right idea. Let's see what happens this time. Chandler Hayes, the sweeper on the bending ball. A good one into the box, and it's into the net. A tie game, 1-1. I believe it was Mariah Voigt, and it is 1-1 here in the championship game. So there was a lot of players that were right there at the doorstep of the goal, and Brianna Shapatoric trying to do all she could to potentially keep that ball out of the back of the net, and it was number 10, Mariah Voigt, able to drive that ball in the back of the net, and a nice job that time by Mariah to recognize the ball was right there at her foot and to just drive it high and not give a chance for Batoric to keep it out of the net, and had to do it quickly. And Batoric just, was under a lot of stress trying to figure out who might strike that ball, and it's just a difficult thing for a keeper when that ball is right there in the 6-yard box. And so here now, the SC United FC trying to do it again and take the lead. And coming off her line is Batoric. No problem to her right. And SD United FC, whom scored the first goal of the game. And they did it here in the second half. And now they have been answered by SD United FC, the Vista Storm, who scored that goal, and SD United FC scoring now, and it's a tie game. Will we go into overtime, or will it be settled in regulation? Vista Storm now on the run out of their own half field now with Sadie Haynes. Haynes still on a soccer ball in the box, takes a shot, and it bends a little bit, but no problem that time for Megan Winky. And Winky able to make the save. She did not give up a rebound for nobody to be able to run onto it. But if you're the Vista Storm, you know Kiana Williams has that speed. And that is a thing that has bothered the defenders for SD United FC. And if you're SD United FC's defenders, you know you've got to find a way to make sure that Kiana Williams does not get free. And if you're the Vista Storm, you've got to stay away from set pieces, because obviously Chandler Hayes, the sweeper, has out of that deep back, has been able to be successful on her swings into the box, and they have gotten some quality strikes on that soccer ball. And now here at Mira Mesa High School in a 1-1 Presidio Cup championship match. SD United FC in their own defensive third, with Carly Nicholas being hassled there, and she pushes it upfield looking for Jackson, and it doesn't get to her. It's pushed around her. Here's Kiana Williams, and it caroms over. She's got a teammate right behind her, and that's Sadie Haynes. Haynes now tries to drive it over to Williams, but it was intercepted in the Central. They stand tall and strong in the Central, does SD United FC. And now they come out with it on the Y. On a run to midfield. Still on a soccer ball, Amber Dean, and she goes down. And in a 1-1 match, what will it be? Will it be a throw-in for SD United FC? It is. Jacqueline Hunyard throwing it in. It's knocked out. And JJ trying to get a player to run onto it, but Vista knocking it out is just as well. Kate McKee throwing it in, and let's see. Going to be another throw in. Kate McKee throwing it in. McKee now driving it toward the back post, trying to get a runner onto it, but Torek gets to it first. Haley Bell was right there at the doorstep, though, in case she gave up a rebound. Touched there by Bailey Jackson. And now it's over to Mariah Voigt, and no problem for Batoric. Brianna has plenty of time and room there and drives it towards midfield on a bounce. Trying to run onto it is Sadie Haynes. Sadie does. Sadie on the run. Sadie Haynes still on a soccer ball in the 18-yard box. Knocked down, and will it be a penalty shot? Will it be a penalty shot? The center ref coming over, and he says it occurred right outside. No, it's going to be a penalty shot. Penalty kick as Haynes was knocked down. And Sadie Haynes against Megan Winkie. Haynes can give her team the lead and may very well a chance to win a championship here. Haynes approaches a soccer ball and a goal in the back of the net. Oh, go, 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 go. Sadie Haynes and the penalty kick, and it is 2-1. Striking it well towards the near post. And she's grabbing her knee right now and maybe kind of extended herself there, trying to kick that soccer ball in the back of the net. And her team leads now in the late stages here of the second half on a penalty kick for a lead. And Haynes created the situation there on that penalty kick by running hard towards the defensive third of the defenders, and they had to do nothing but try and stop her, and they didn't stop her in the right way as they knocked her down, and the center ref says, I'm going to give you a penalty kick off of that one. Now Haynes again on a bounce. Kiana Williams was there trying to make a big play, but Megan Winkie, and if Kiana Williams would have got to that soccer ball and put it in the back of the net, you can basically say this match is over, as they lead by one, but a 2-goal lead will be probably insurmountable at this point in the match. SD United FC still trying to find a way to get back, and it doesn't matter because the double whistle goes off, and the Vista Storm win the championship of the Presidio Cup 2008. The keeper, Brianna Schaff-Batoric, getting the hug that time. So it was that great run of Sadie Haynes, and she got tripped in the 18-yard box and grimacing with her knee about it, but she was able to make that penalty shot and keep this game from going into overtime, and they're able to win the Vista Storm the championship of the Presidio Cup 2008 by a score of 2-1. We hope you enjoyed all the action in the championship game in the girls under 13 AAC right here from Mira Mesa High School. I'm Greg G.K. Porter for George Landeman Video Sports Productions, saying take care of yourself, happy holidays, and save this one on the hard drive. Bye now.
On behalf of Presidio Cup 2008, I'd like to welcome you all and congratulate you guys for coming this far. Round of applause. Great game, ladies. Our runner-up this year is San Diego United. Give them a hand.
Okay, I'd just like to say thank you to the tournament first. Thank you very much. It was great playing here, playing on the stadium field. It was a great cup final. Congratulations to the Vista Storm. That was a great game. I know you guys have played each other many times before, and I didn't watch those, but that one was well worth the price of admission. And you guys played extremely well, and it was a real hard battle. So congratulations. Good job. Hey, you guys did great. Battled hard. You came back from a goal down, and it was just one of those days where things just didn't go your way. I'm sure you guys can't wait to play the Vista Storm again. There's always good rivalries, and that's going to make both teams better teams. So, on behalf of San Diego United, we're very proud of the way you guys played. So, I've got some things to put around your neck here. All right, Carly. All right. I'm all tangled up. There you go. I'm not very good with my hands. There will be. And jingle bells, you know. It's like Christmas time. There you go. Put it around there. Yes. Do that. Good stuff. Bailey! You guys are clap for him.
Yeah, Bailey!
Megan! Megan! Stick around there, hold on. Becca! Becca! Mariah!
John Mariah!
Haley! Summer! Kate! Vicky! Very good. Got that? Amber? Hannah? JJ! Madison! That's pretty good. I remembered everybody's name. Okay, thank you. There's one for the manager. Visitor. Where are you? Come on, you gotta get yours. You've done a great job. All right. Again, thank you, the tournament. Thank you, Vista Storm. Great job again. Congratulations.
It's our champions, the Vista Storm.
I also like to thank the tournament and girls, you're amazing to play. Every time we play it's an amazing game. Thank you for the challenge and all. You just make us better. Hopefully you're making you better too. All right, good game. I appreciate it. All right, ladies, I'll go with the goalie first, Brianna. McKenna. Julia. Emily. Hannah.
Happy birthday?
Janet. Erica.
No, you're not getting jellies. Sorry,
Sadie. Oh, you want to? Savannah. Lindsay. Adriana. They here? Kiana. Wait. I'll get it. And Amber. Yeah.
She does.
Okay, they're all tangled now.
Where's Robin?
Robin.
And then the coach. Thank you.
Thank you for a great game, girls. What?
Oh, my bum.
All right. Thank you again. I guess we're done. Hey, you need to get a picture of the girls.
Everyone around me.
Ladies, let's get a picture taken. Ladies, come in. Ladies. Photos.
No one likes the chocolate. Hello. Are you taking a picture? It's so bright. Where am I? Oh my gosh. I can't stop doing that. Look at all of them. I don't need
Congratulations, girls. Let me ask you a few questions, and before I do, would you give your name and your number? Kiana, what a tremendous goal to open up this game. Can you tell us about that goal?
It was really good. It was really great to do a goal because I haven't done one in a long time.
It was a really well played ball. Was it a tough defense out there?
Yeah, some of the girls they kick really hard, and it was far. Yeah, far hard.
Excellent. And all right, let's give your name and your number. And do you have any special message you want to say to your family or friends?
I'm Kiana Williams. I'm number 19, and I'm a forward. I want to say thank you to my dad because he practiced with me at home with soccer.
Excellent. Well done. And a tremendous defensive effort today. Tell us about that the defense out there.
We all did really good to stop most of the goals because they had really hard forwards.
They seem really fast. Is there anything special you had to do out there to keep up with them?
We had like a different lineup.
Excellent. All right, and your name and number?
Savannah Gurley, number 16.
Any special message?
I love no.
A well-played match. And now for the winning goal in a suspenseful moment. Sadie, tell us about that goal.
I wasn't nervous, but then all the people on the team were like, "Be calm, be calm." I was like, "I am calm," and that's it. Yeah.
You did look really calm out there, and we were all just on the edge of our seats. How did you break through that defense?
I pushed it past and then ran.
Excellent. A well played. Name and number and any special message.
My name's Sadie Haynes, and I'm number 3, and I play left wing.
And any special message?
No.
All right. Well done and well played. All right. I think we have a few more girls who would like to be interviewed. Thanks. Good job, girls. All right, McKenna. Oh, you were really battling out there. How was that? What was your strategy with the other team?
Well, I kind of just like tried to trick them out, and it was really it was kind of hard because they're really fast. So.
Excellent, really powerful kicks out there. And your full name and your number?
McKenna Barber, and I'm number 17. Yeah, 17.
Number 17. Any special message?
I just want to say thank you to the coach for teaching us all we know, and to the teammates. Did a good job.
Excellent, thank you. And again, the defense just really stepped it up today. Was there any special people you were watching on the other team?
The forwards were really good, and they pushed up a lot for us, and they kind of got past us some of the times, but we held in there most of the time.
Excellent. You look fantastic, and some really good ball moves out there. And your name and number?
I'm Adriana McKee. I'm number 9. I play defense, the right side, and my message is I want to thank my family and friends for supporting me and coming to the games.
Excellent, great job. And another defender and a midfielder too. And what was how was the game today?
I think we played really good because we wanted to get back at them for losing, and so yeah.
Yeah, you girls played with a lot of fire. Did you have anything special for breakfast?
I had Pop-Tarts.
Excellent, the food of champions. And your name and your number?
Julia Shaw, I'm number 11.
Any special message?
I want to thank the coach and my parents for supporting me and teaching me.
Well done, girls. Well done. Congratulations. And who else do we have? Thank you, girls. Excellent. More defenders in the heart of the midfield. Tell me out there, it would look like quite a battle. Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was really nervous since it was the championship game, and they were really fast, and yeah, they were really fast, and they pulled a lot of tricks, and they dribbled down the sides.
Yeah, I saw you out there. It looked like you were ready for every one of their tricks, though, and you had a few up your own sleeves. Did you practice any special ball moves?
We practiced a few fakes and step overs.
Excellent. Well done. And your name and number?
Shannon Wright. I'm number 12.
Excellent. And any special message, Shannon?
I just want to thank my parents for supporting me and coming to all my games.
Great job. Hannah, you were out there just battling all day, chasing down that ball left and right. Tell me, is there anything special you do to keep in such great shape?
Well, you need to watch the hips of the other players, because the hips don't lie, as people say. Whichever way their hips turn, that's always the way they'll go.
Excellent. Oh, that's very helpful advice. A lot of players, this would be a very valuable video for other players. And what about the turning? Was there a special turning point in the game for you?
Right when they kicked our goal, when we tied, like when we were in the tiebreaker time, I was like, we have to step up the game and have to win this, because they already beat us twice and we have to get it back.
Excellent. Well done. And your full name and your number?
Hannah Sander, number 2.
And any special message?
I want to thank the other team for giving us such a hard championship game.
Excellent. Really well done. And Lindsay, just battling the sideline there. What did you do to keep that ball in bounds and just put it down onto the other side of the field?
I just tried to run my hardest, and when the ball came to me, run and just dribble and just try to keep the ball and kick it down the sideline to my other players.
Excellent. It really looked like you played with a lot of energy. Just a job well done. Now tell me your full name and number and any special message.
Lindsay McPhillips. My number is 5, and I'd like to thank my mom for getting me to the practices. Every practice.
Oh, that's an excellent message to remember how important the parents are to this game. But girls, you played a fantastic job and a really good job. You should be very proud of yourselves. Thank you very much. Now we have one of our injured players. Angelica, tell us about that play. What happened?
As I was kicking the ball, I hurried a little too fast on my knee, and I kind of twisted it a little.
I tell you, it was an exciting moment for us. As you broke through the defense and were charging that goal. Were you just getting ready to fire that shot?
Yes, I was.
It was really well played. And can you give your full name and number and any special message?
Angelica Lopez, number 8. I would like to thank my mother and my dad and the other team for making this a tough championship game for us.
Great job, and that's a really good message. Emily, what a match. You were battling in there with their defense and their midfield. Anything special that you do to just control the ball so well?
Well, I just make sure that the people who have the ball, I just make sure that I'm with them or like try to get in front of them and block other people who they can pass to or anything.
Oh, excellent. And you had a lot of great moves, and you seem to always be the first to the ball. And any special things that you practice to do that?
I love running. I just do it a lot.
Oh, excellent. You can tell. And what's your full name and number? Any special message?
I'm Lily Cameron. I'm number 4, and I'd like to thank my dad for getting me into soccer and my mom for being there for me.
Excellent. And Eric, playing in the front line there, a couple of really great attacking moves. How did you get around their defense today?
I run fast.
Very good, very good. And keeping that ball out in front of you?
Try to dribble close to you or far away from you, because it depends on how fast the other person is.
Excellent. And what about when that winning goal was scored? Tell me about it, the energy on the field.
I was kind of confused because I didn't know if it was going to go in or not, and so I was still running after it went in.
Excellent. Well, there was looked like a big celebration when that happened. And all right, your full name and number and any message.
My name is Erica Lynn Herlocker. I'm number 10, and I would like to thank my mom because she's always there for me, even though if I'm wrong or right. And my dad's always like supporting me no matter what my decision is. And my sister should come.
Excellent. And now we have Bree, the last line of defense. I tell you, I don't think I've seen so many saves on goal, and it's right from the get-go. Tell me about how that game started.
Well, I just tried to do my best. I knew if I got scored on not to be down or anything because I do that a lot, but just to stay positive and hope to score again.
I tell you, you looked positive, and everywhere that ball went, you were right there one step ahead of it. And any scary moments for you?
The corner kicks, one of them went in, but because I couldn't really reach the top of the goal, so I was afraid like they could get right up there and I'd miss it. So.
Well, you look fantastic out there. And what about the celebration on your end of the field when that winning goal was kicked?
Well, I thought Sadie was going to miss that, but she made it, and I just couldn't believe it.
It looked like there was a huge cheer. So let's give your name and your number and any special message.
Brianna Schaff, number 13, and I'd like to dedicate this to my father who's in Japan and couldn't see me.
Oh, that's an excellent dedication. And again, congratulations. You girls are champions. Well done. Coach, we've heard a lot about game strategy from the girls' point of view, everything from breakfast to the celebration when those winning goals. Can you tell us something about the strategy today?
Cheer a lot, work hard. I wanted them to take their time, settle down, and play the game the best they possibly could. And they proved to me today that they can do it. It's nice to have been in that position once before in the final game. To come again, they were kind of more settled, I thought, than the other team, and they worked hard to get that up front and work hard at it and all. So I was very excited about what we were doing and looking forward to what they were going to show me today.
I tell you, you really had the team up and ready for this game. Any special practices or that you did? Anything that you said? Was it the little candy after the game? Is it something like that? What's your secret?
That's exactly what I was going to say. The little lollipops after the game, you know, that at the practice when they acted like it was a piñata bag.
Yes, that definitely does the job. And I tell you, the way you motivated the girls, fantastic. What was it like on the sidelines when that winning goal went in the net?
It was unbelievable. When we finally caught back up and Sadie shot that penalty kick, that was a great moment. And the girls were going crazy on the bench except for Jelly, who was injured. But otherwise, it was a great moment. It was fun.
Great, Coach. All right, and your full name and any special message that you might have for the girls.
It's Michael Stewart, and I just appreciate all the effort that they gave this year and how much they worked at all the different things, the different positions, and the different drills that I did. I appreciate all the work. To only lose one game the entire season, to have such a great record, and to come here and win Presidio Cup, you're an amazing team, and I appreciate all the work that you guys did. Thanks.
Fantastic, and congratulations on the championship game.
We are the champions. We are the champions. We are the champions of the world.
Right on. Woo! Cheer, cheer, cheer. All right, good.